Hi everyone. Welcome to the latest installment of Development Effectiveness Strategies. I'm Jim Dempsey, and today we're going to talk about the difference between development and fundraising, how you should incorporate win, keep, and lift into your plans, and how a focus on transformational relationships will revolutionize your organization. Oftentimes people confuse development with fundraising. They either use the two words interchangeably or misunderstand the definition of one or the other. Fundraising is actually a component of development. Fundraising is something that you do to someone, where development is something that you do with someone. Fundraising is very transactional. Development is transformational. Think of an ATM. No one cares about an ATM until they need one. They are only important when we need them. Then, when the money is received, they're no longer important to us until the next time we need money. Unfortunately, our financial partners are viewed in much the same way. They receive our time and attention, sometimes with great passion and urgency on our part, but soon that attention fades, and with it, the care. That's a transactional relationship. For the generation born prior to 1946, often referred to as the greatest generation, transactional relationships were commonplace. They were known to be very brand loyal. My father, as an example, always owned a Buick and never deviated throughout his life. He was brand loyal to the church and other sources for his donations. There wasn't anything those organizations could do, good or bad, to change his opinion of them. Money was donated with a high level of trust that the gift would be used in a worthy manner. Whether the organization cared about him was irrelevant. He reflected the thinking of that generation. Then from 1946 to 1964, the baby boomer generation rose up, and their opinions on many things were vastly different. They were no longer brand loyal. Their purchases were based on quality and performance. Buick was replaced by Toyota, Honda, and Lexus. And views on giving changed as well. Baby boomers now wanted to know where their money was spent and cared greatly about the use of the money, specifically the results and outcomes. They also wanted a say in how the money was spent, and thus joined boards to influence how the money was spent. Relationships with leadership mattered greatly as a way of influencing the use of the gifts and the outcomes, and genuine, not superficial relationships began to matter. Thus the shift from transactional to transformational relationships. More ownership in an organization by the financial partner and a closer, deeper relationship with the organizational leadership developed. But that did not set well for some organizational leaders. Some at the time were set in their ways and liked it better with the greatest generation and their views of just trusting leaders to use the money wisely with little interference from the partners. Some leaders pushed back and were unable to adjust to this new way of thinking. Sadly, that trend continues today, but with a much fewer number of leaders, and it's gotten better and better every year. Cutting-edge leaders today incorporate transformational leadership. They include financial partners in the planning and decision-making and utilize expertise to better the organization. In addition, they use development as their catalyst for the next level relationships. For the past 36 years, my wife and I have been funded by individuals and couples who are fully committed to our efforts in ministry and are used to partnering with us and have an equal passion for our mission, vision, and values that we share. I have incorporated transformational relationship building into developing a relationship with our partners. Development consists of 3 key areas: public relations, recruitment, and fundraising. If you can envision a big umbrella open to the top, and that includes development being at the top, and on the right-hand side is recruitment, left-hand side is public relations, and on the bottom of the stem is fundraising. Development is not a destination. It's a process. It's a journey that we take interested partners through. We win them to our cause, keep them through cultivation, and lift them to higher levels of involvement. All will be discussed at a later time. Public perception of our organization is critical. You may feel you're in the best kept secret in your community. Getting your message out, your mission, vision, and values, is going to bring clarity to those public perception, and the effective use of various methods will help with their perception. There's direct marketing, letters, newsletters, email marketing, all will help with perception of reality. Events like vision dinners or small dinner parties and relationship building activities, calls, visits, all help build our perception, enhance our public relations. Laborers are the lifeblood of any nonprofit organization, and effective recruitment of full-time, part-time, and volunteer staff is the foundation for which a strong organization is built. Individuals usually come in through opportunities offered to the community. There should be a clearly defined pipeline to move someone from volunteer to full-time staff member. Exposing interested parties to the opportunities for involvement is vital, and more people get immersed in the organization, the more they will be committed with their time, talents, and treasures. Even though fundraising is a vital part of the development process, this word is often misconstrued or taken out of context. I have changed my vocabulary and replaced the word fundraising with friendraising. Fundraising places the emphasis on raising funds, getting something out of someone's pocketbook, but friendraising focuses in on building friends. Don't get me wrong, we do need our partners' involvement financially, but I want to start building friendships. Earlier, we talked about cutting-edge organizations emphasizing transformational relationships rather than transactional. This includes genuine relationships, and frankly, our partners know the difference between genuine and forced relationships. If we are excited about our mission, vision, and values, we'll want to share those with others and include them in the fun. Our goal should be to share what problems our organization was created to solve, how we intend to solve that problem. We share with them the ways that we solve those problems through programs and strategies, and where we're headed in the future. These can be shared in genuine context of building relationships, building friendships, sharing opportunities for involvement. It's been said that every organization has needs, but few have exciting opportunities. You should not be consumed with the beggar mentality, but be consumed by the abundance mentality. No one gets excited hearing how they can give out of their scarcity, but they do get excited to hear how they give out of their abundance. We need to see ourselves as blessing brokers, sharing ways partners can make a difference and not be beggars. Building friendships leads to a fully funded organization, as your excitement seeps into the cracks and crevices of their being. A proper development effort includes 3 key areas: win, keep, and lift. Win is all about winning people to our cause, introducing them to the mission, vision, and values so that they are as excited as we are. It also gives them the opportunity to be involved with their time, talents, and treasure, and see how those can be efficiently utilized for the cause. Once someone is won to the cause, it is our job to keep them. Attrition rates for most organizations are surprisingly high, in spite of the fact that it is easier to keep someone than to win someone new. The cost of attaining a donor is extremely high, and it's unusual how most organizations rest on their laurels rather than working to keep someone for the long haul. Keeping a partner includes frequent communication, offering inspirational stories of success achieved through their gifts, and goals that are accomplished. We know that people give to people justified by the cause. So it's important to share stories of actual people whose lives are changed due to our direct, that's organization or partnership, involvement. I liken this process to when I began dating my wife. If I would have gone on our first date and not called her the next day, or worse, waited weeks or never called her at all, I'd venture to say I would never be married today. A meaningful courtship takes time. There are long walks, deep conversations, and sharing of dreams and plans for the future. The same is true when building a meaningful relationship with our financial partners. There needs to be a dialogue and not a monologue. Too many organizations sell their vision without any concern for what our partners want to accomplish. A good relationship starts with twice as much listening as talking. Then there's lifting. We want to challenge our partners to higher levels of involvement. Just as I took the time to ask my wife to marry me, to live life together, so it's important that we challenge our partners to greater levels of involvement. But that also includes relationship building and earning the right to ask. If I asked my wife to marry me on our first date, there's 100% chance she would have said no. It took 2+ years of getting to know each other until I earned the right to ask her to spend the rest of her life with me and for us to be married to each other. The same is true for our partners. We need to earn the right to ask by listening to their concerns, their burdens, and desires. What is it that they want to accomplish in life? And do our mission, vision, and values sync up with each other? If so, this could be a good marriage and increased involvement will take place. Your organization can become a successful, fully funded organization by understanding the importance of development and the uses of public relations, recruitment, and fundraising, focusing in on transformational relationships rather than transactional relationships, and seeing real growth by winning people to your cause, keeping partners through cultivation and communication, and lifting people to higher levels of involvement by challenging them properly. I'll unpack that in future videos. If you liked this video and it was helpful, please hit the thumbs up button. If you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button below. And of course, click the bell if you want to be notified of future videos. And be sure to comment below if there were any things that you especially liked. And remember, you are important to us, and we want to ensure that you're fully funded by utilizing effective development strategies. Thanks.